Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for logging in to the workshop. If you haven't been around for one of my lives before, it's friendly, it's informative, but this is a workshop. So just know that you will learn a lot today. And we will be going through some material, so we won't be chatting as much throughout the presentation because I do have quite a bit of information to go through with you guys today. So welcome. This is a free masterclass all about nailing your niche. And even it's for everyone who, even if you don't have a business background and you're just starting out or have been at it for a while, you're not sure how to turn likes and followers into real sales. I am absolutely thrilled that you're here and taking your steps towards handmade success. So you may already know me by now. I'm Karen Viloria-Miguel, owner and founder of Canada Bliss. And I'm so excited that you are all here. I just want to make sure that each and every one of you are in the right place. So you are in the right place if you want to create a handmade business that you love, that earns income selling items you want to make, to get clear on what activities in your business really lead to your sales, to your ideal customer, and making real sales and increasing your sales and making starting out in business and really growing your business a little bit easier. Okay. So now you might have tried selling some of your items. Maybe you're stuck in where you are selling your items and who your customers are, and you want to figure out how exactly you're supposed to appeal to them. And you've probably attended conferences, you've probably watched a ton of YouTube videos, you've consumed what you can out of a mishmash of information from different places, and that it may or may not have helped you up until this point. Well, this is a great place to be. And you are ready to work smarter and not harder, or with the same effort, but just a lot smarter with the way that you operate. Now, this class is not for you if you're looking for someone else to do the work for you, because building a business, yes, it is a lot of hard work, a little bit of grunt work on your side, but that's one of the best parts of it, because truly when you build a business that you love, you don't mind doing the work because the work is fun when you love what you're making and doing. And if you're interested more in aimlessly gaining followers and likes and not converting engagement into real sales, and I've heard this, I don't think anyone really purposely does this on purpose, but a lot of people feel like they are just aimlessly posting and just like, how do you get sales out of this? Like, here I am posting on Instagram. What is this? How do we do this? So anyway, we can demystify some of this. And because I want you to be able to stop being on a vicious cycle of no outcomes. And this is not suited for you if you don't want to take action to improve. But I mean, you're all here already. So I think you guys do want to take action because you already did. You already signed up for this workshop. And you won't be offended if I offer some help to people afterwards. My commitment to you for the next, usually my lives go about 60 minutes or so, but my commitment to you is I will provide as much value to you as possible in the next 60 minutes. And I'll share with you strategies that have worked for me and other small business owners that I know and have helped, and other artisans and handmakers that I've helped. And you will gain clarity on what steps you need to take to build a successful handmade business, starting with your niche. And I'll share my knowledge and experience to help those with a great attitude who want to take action and be successful. So to maximize your learning today, let's close all other tabs on your computer and phone to avoid interruption, or your tablet. Reduce your distractions and silence your phone or put it on vibrate for a short period of time, just so you can really drink all of this in. And make sure all the people who might need you are safe and settled and sound, and that they know that you need this little bit of time to have a little fun and learn some things and absorb all the information. And also keep your mind open and patient and receptive to all the possibilities of your success, because you could totally be successful. I've seen it and I've also experienced it. This is an interactive workshop today, so have fun and participate. And don't forget to stay to the end, because I will have Q&As and bonuses and surprises for you guys. So be sure you stay to the end. It looks like some of you are familiar with me, but if you don't already know me, I'm Karen, and if you found me on YouTube, you might have an idea what to expect if this is your first time joining me. And I like to be informative and help people and also have a bit of fun. So I am Karen, and I'm a handmaker, content marketer, business strategist, and coach. And I help small business handmakers and entrepreneurs turn their craft into currency with effective strategies, processes, and tools so they can grow a revenue generating business that they love from proven methods. I am trained with a degree in human resources and business, and I have an advanced diploma in marketing. And in my early corporate years, I did work in financial and communication industry, marketing and selling. And also prior to that, prior to starting my own handmade business and coaching, I worked for a number of years in human resources, over 15. And I worked in different sectors from manufacturing to education, engineering, both private and public. And my career spans over 20 years. So I've had a lot of passion also helping people in their work and education and occupation in both work and in my college university days where I would sometimes act as peer tutor for other students in marketing. And I worked in my career center too, helping people pick degrees and occupations that would help them after graduation. So I've always had a passion for doing things like this. That's why I want you guys to love if you want to make handmaking your occupation. So even to this day, I love mentoring students, small business owners, entrepreneurs, and people in the workforce who want help navigating in their occupation. And with literally no previous retail experience, in 2013, started selling my handmade crochet items online, and I grew my business. And by 2014, I was in retail stores across Canada. I was in US countries and in Europe, and already on the heads of customers and many celebrities worldwide. By January 2015, my handmade luxury hats are being worn by retail customers in retail stores and bricks and mortar boutiques. So now let me ask you, drop in the comments which picture you think got me the most sales. Is it the one on the left or the one on the right? And why? So go ahead and drop in the comments which of these two pictures that I posted on my social media back in the day got me the most sales. Okay, while you're doing that, I'll just make sure that everybody is doing okay in the chat. Hello, Margaret. It's good to see you. Don't forget to drop in the chat which picture you think. Was it the left or the right? Put left or right in the comments. Okay, the comments are coming in. Cool. Mark says, is it the left? Sylvia says, the one on the right. Olivia said, right. Let's see. Yvette says, right. Creative Care Corner said, right. Samantha said, left. Right. It's clear. it's a clear image. It is. It is an awesome clear image. Great. Okay. And the answer is, the truth is, it was the one on the left. And why is this? In this picture, I'm at a trade show and I'm focusing on the activities. It doesn't have to do always with viral content every once in a while when you maybe have a hat on celebrities, you have a pattern that takes off. But the true things that get you the most sales is when you do the activities that make the most sense and drive sales on a daily basis. So overnight success takes years of perseverance and dedication to build. And it's not about one-time viral videos or pictures you post. It's about what you do every day and the solid foundations you build your processes around and build your business. And you need to learn from mistakes and build on results that work. So why am I here today? Well, when my business took off, I couldn't help but notice that other artisans and handmakers were struggling with some of the marketing and the business steps for their business. With my passion for wanting to help people, I started my YouTube channel. I set out to share what I've learned so that you can be here today and learn what I had gained from the experience. I've always cared about helping people find meaningful occupations and success. And as a handmaking entrepreneur with a limited budget when I first started out, I knew the importance of being efficient and effective with my choices and all of my resources. I mean, you have to be smart with where you spend things or you won't be able to continue running your business. And I want you to avoid these key mistakes and start with the key foundational knowledge to build the best business that is right for you without hassles that I struggled through. So today I'm going to demystify the foundations of a solid business plan. And that foundational key to business is defining your niche. Some of you may be sick about hearing niching down, or maybe this is the first time you're hearing what it is. But first of all, let's make sure that we do know what a niche is, okay? Is a niche even what you think it is? We're also going to cover why it's important, how we're going to approach this. We're also going to tackle the mistakes when defining, mistakes that get people stuck, and how the information is used. Okay, we're going to jump right in. Okay, so let's just jump right in. The first mistake when you're clarifying your niche is you think you're clear on what a niche is. That Samuel says you need to concentrate on the product so you can make what you like and sell. Yes, these are all great components to niching, but the first mistake is, are you clear on what your niche is? So tell me, is an example of a niche A, a specialty handmade home decor, B, a kitchen accessory, or is it C, all of the above? Or is it D, none of the above? Do you feel like you're back in school? Anyway, drop in the comments. Is it A, B, C, or D? What you think an example of a niche is. Okay, we have somebody who thinks it's C, all of the above. Excellent. Creative Care Corner, B, kitchen accessories. Yvette says A, specialty handmade home decor. Margaret says C, all of the above. We have other great questions that are coming in. This is fantastic. We have a couple more C's from Cheetah and Sylvia. Okay, let's hop on in and see what the answer is. Are you curious? The answer is D, none of the above. Are you surprised? How now you're like, what? Okay, blowing your mind. So how are none of these two choices correct? Because they are too broad. Specialty handmade home decor falls in retail sectors of a product, but it's not a niche. People get this confused. It's what's being sold. It's not defining who it's segmented towards. So a niche is not a retail sector, okay? Is it, you're thinking, okay, it's kitchen accessories, isn't it? Nope, it's not. Kitchen accessories, what is that? That's a retail category of something you sell your items in, but it's not your niche. So again, let's get more specific in product description. It gets you more specific in describing what product you might be selling, but it doesn't specify at all who it's targeting. So what is it then? A niche is a specialized segment or group that has specific interests, norms, values, and beliefs. It defines who you're targeting, not what you're targeting. And why does this matter? Now, it matters because if you make the mistake of not properly niching, okay? So what happens if you make the mistake where you don't quite clearly understand a niche? Well, you could aimlessly end up making items that you won't sell or won't create you any income. You could already be making things and tried selling them, and now you're stuck with stock that's not moving and wondering why. I thought I have a niche. I sell kitchen accessories. It's because that's not your niche. It's what you sell. And then you will get frustrated. You're like, I niched down. How come I knew I was selling kitchen accessories, but now I'm not selling? And you get frustrated and you'll give up and you'll spend a lot of time and resources and supplies that lead to no sales. And I don't want that for you guys. I want you to make sales. So here's how we fix this. You avoid this mistake by defining a niche that is a specialized segment or group that have specific interests, norms, values, and beliefs. You define who you are speaking with and what they care about, okay? Much different than saying I can sell kitchen accessories. You research and you know their interests, their hobbies, their passions, their values and beliefs. You know where they hang out, you know why they shop and where they shop. You know how to speak to them because you know all of these things about them. And because of this, you know their buying behavior And because of knowing their buying behavior, you can stop spending time, money, and resources on pointless things that don't make you money in business, like constantly posting things that don't get you anywhere with your business. So the second mistake that you can avoid is people get stuck in the niching stage. So you get stuck there. It might be because you might be still trying to niche in the wrong area, like in a sector, or your objective in defining your niche isn't quite right. So you're making this mistake. You're trying to redefine your niche with little to no research and testing. You're saying you have a niche and you have little to no proof that your product idea has any appeal to your customer. And you can't fill in the blank, this blank statement. I make this for who, that, what do they do, so that he, she, or they can what? What is it that you think that they are going to get from, or solution or pain point do they get out of the product that you sell? So you're defining a lot more than what it is you sell and what you're making. So what happens when you make it right? You have a defined niche. If a product that you are adding to your collection or shop gets a response, you can make decisions with confidence because it's aligned with the niche that you have defined. Like, no, I'm not buying that because that's not the product I'm going to make. So I don't need that supply. I don't need to spend that money right now. It's easier to know when you can make a decision, and you know when to say no to adding certain products in your product line, thereby increasing your overall efficiency and decision making in your business and saving you valuable costs and resources, because then you'll have more resources to spend specifically on the things that get you directly to your niche, appealing directly to them. Now, I admit I learned this mistake because early on I fell into the trap of somebody suggesting, "Oh, you should do this." And if you've watched my mistakes video, you might, but that's one mistake I made. But this is a whole nother one. I learned from a lot of mistakes that I've made, but I added product categories to my line that didn't make sense to my niche. I added, I think it was fast fashion, like beanies, to my collection. And then you know what happened? When buyers came to look at my line, even though they were saying, oh, you should sell these cheaper versions of knits and blah, blah, blah. I did. Nobody bought them because they all expected a certain level of quality, look, and style that when it came to me trying to sell them, that wasn't which now side by side was comparable to the other things I sold. They didn't want it. It wasn't for my niche. So anyway, I made that mistake in spending money on resources that didn't work for me. I don't want that for you guys. So there's more. Let's keep going. You work from proven methods to research, define, and test your hunches. This is how we define it. You test, analyze, and observe, and then double down on what is working. So now there's even more benefits to when you start testing, researching, doubling down on what's working, and then start being able to make sound business decisions based on these things. What are the benefits? You can better target your customer communication and your social media because you know that the images that you're creating appeal to them. The communication is sharp. It speaks to the right people. It's using the language that they use, not in terms of language like foreign language or Italian, Spanish, French. You're using some of the jargon that group of people that you're targeting speak, they use. So your category develops, and your presence in that category will automatically develop once you have your niche because you are more razor sharp targeted to it. And you build a brand and image and personality that makes you more easily identifiable in your category. So you get even better traction in your category or your sector by niching towards who you're trying to speak to, because you're establishing yourself in the way that you communicate and the image of your brand. And you create brand loyalty and familiarity from customers, followers, and fans on all your platforms and stores because you reliably make the same kind of things that appeal to that group of people. They know that the next thing that you put out, they'll probably buy. And that's what happens with customers, for example, who buy from me, because now they have collections of hats. They want more than one. They want to know what's coming out next, and they'll try and true, they'll buy it, right? So anyway, Third mistake, we need to really uncover what we're finding out here. The third mistake in niching is that you don't tie your niche to a call to action. So some people, they're like, okay, I got my niche. I know that I'm targeting soccer moms or new moms or moms about to give birth and have a baby. If you don't tie the communication directly to that audience that you're targeting to a call to action, then mistakes happen. So for example, what mistakes happen if you don't tie your niche to your call to action and you end up kind of like throwing spaghetti at the wall? Well, you can't answer the question clearly. What is the purpose of me posting that Instagram post, email, picture, promotion, collaboration? If you can't answer that question, then you don't have a call to action. You don't know why you're doing that business activity. And by not having a niche, you have a hard time defining what activity or what action you want to elicit from your customer or your viewer in order to lead to a sale from your shop. Okay. And you don't know what a call to action is. You're like, oh my gosh, she's talking about a call to action. I may not have a call to action because I don't know what it is. Well, if you don't know what a call to action is, chances are you might not be calling people to do an action, and because you're not tying your niche to it. So what is a call to action? So let's define that. It is typically a marketing term used to describe an activity or thing that has an intention of eliciting a desired outcome. What outcome do we want? We want people to buy our handmade things, the things that we believe that they're going to get good use out of it. We want that new mom to use that baby ring that we know is like made of natural fibers, and it's the best materials that they can possibly get for a baby ring. So for example, social media posts that is intended to get people to buy products and services for you. That is exactly what a call to action is. We're trying to elicit a desired income. Do you want them to click on the post? Do you want them to go to your profile and shop your shop? Do you want them to read the latest blog that you just did, that the blog that guides them towards buying that pattern that you wrote or that item that you made or your whole new line? By knowing what your call to action is, you'll know what to post, you'll know what to email to people, you'll know the promotion to make, you'll know the collaboration that you want to accept, and what is the objective of your business effort. So what happens when you get it right? Well, when you have a defined niche with a clear call to action, you end up with systems that lead to generating a sales or building brand loyalty. And brand loyalty is wonderful because not only do you get new customers, you get repeat customers, and the sales and revenue compounds. You can determine with confidence the methods that get the best response from your audience, and you know when to say no to certain collaborations, giveaways, and promotional efforts that don't meet your overall business objective and buying supplies. For example, I accepted, like, I remember the first collaboration I actually turned down, and it was with a Hollywood celebrity. And the deal just didn't suit the benefit of my business in the long run and what I wanted to do in the long run. And if you don't know who your niche is, what your business objective is in the long run, you will accept everything. So, and then you'll waste a lot of time doing things that really never benefited your business. So you don't want to make those kind of mistakes early on, or it could put you out of business. And once again, you hone in on the activities that are most efficient and effective in your business. Whew. So how are you all doing so far? Let's see here. How do you start research and find out? Okay, so we've got some good questions coming up, and some of these things are going to be evident as we continue on. So stick with me, friends. Okay. There's 3 steps to niching for success. And these are the steps and methods I use in my Handmade Sales Success Academy. So how do we do this? Let me show you 3 steps for niching for success. I teach in the Academy, and it involves identifying. You need to identify your niche. You need to ignite the niche, and then you need to iterate. So what do each of these things mean? We're getting into the fun stuff now. Identify. Before you start posting social media, creating listings, accepting collaborations, giveaways, everything, creating newsletters, content, whatever, you need to identify with clarity. the what, and most importantly, the who you want to sell to and what you want to sell. Truly successful handmakers and sellers know that if you build an audience that is not interested in what you sell, your efforts are wasted. You start with defining your niche so that you can have a clear idea of the direction and the image that you want to establish. And it's so much, I mean, if you put the legwork identifying your clear niche, oh my gosh, decision making is so much easier. So much easier. I'll show you one of the handmakers who has used this method. Meet Joy, lovely Joy. After clarifying her niche and how to build systems to communicate and sell, Joy from Oto Joy Cakes had a great weekend. Here she posted to me, Karen, after following your advice, I took over $2,000 in orders in one weekend. Thank you so much for your help. Now, she applied a lot of the methods I teach in my system and the sales funnels that we build, and I'll tell you more about that afterwards. But this is some results that one of my alumni got. And when you know your niche, you can concentrate your business efforts on activities that generate the most revenue and get great sales results. I mean, she did this in a weekend. It was lovely. Ignite. What do you mean by ignite? Well, you build on focused activities and communication resources towards proven methods that reach the right people organically. As a result, you end up building efficiencies in your business where you're not wasting time or money and guessing if you're doing the wrong things. Okay. Back in the day, Joy she was throwing, spaghetti at the wall, and she was tired of it. She wanted specifics on how to do things. And we targeted her methods of selling to specific things. She narrowed her product line down, and she was able to specifically target the best bang for her buck for her clientele. And that's how she was able to get a good portion of income over just these short periods of time over like weekend shows. So, and then you iterate. What do we mean by that? You could be a veteran or you could be just starting out, but basically you build and repeat what's working. You repeat reliable practices for your business and reiterate practices that work over and over again. You get rid of the stuff that doesn't work. If that flyer you sent to an entire neighborhood didn't get you any sales, you don't do that anymore. You don't do that. If you did a giveaway with, a basketball team, but you got no clients or whatever, maybe that group isn't your niche. Maybe you need to do a promotion with like a baby photographer if you make baby stuff, so you just have to kind of figure out what it is, who you need to speak to, and then how to appeal to them. For example, another familiar handmaker, one of my students and alumni using my Handmade Academy Accelerator methods, Alicia from Little John's Yarn, says, this has been life-changing. My sales are steadily growing. Now, as you know, like, okay, Joy's example, she was fairly new in a custom gourmet cakes and that sort of thing. But Alicia, we know she's established in the crochet community, and yet she had applied my methods to being able to continually grow and build on things in her business that would generate her more sales. So I want you guys to be as successful as these people, or even better. Friends, you can probably tell by now that there's so many reasons why nailing your niche is so important to the big picture of your business, whether you're starting out thinking about your business or you're a veteran. It sets the foundation for strong, sound business practices. It helps you establish the right processes and systems for efficiency. It saves you time, money, and resources. And who doesn't want to save some time, money, and resources? So, and it provides more opportunity to continue growing and expanding the business because you've established focus and you spend the right time, resources, and money you've saved in the right activities that work. So what do most people do? Most people try to copy what successful handmaker sellers are doing, but don't have a good idea of what the real objective is and are hoping to get lucky in finding out. And most people who seek out information choose the wrong examples, and they haven't achieved proven results in the areas that they want to succeed. And some people are wasting their time doing random tasks, hoping it'll get them some kind of results. And most people are repeating things that don't work, hoping to get the results, and spend less time and money and resources doing this. And we know that that's kind of like an insane way to go about like doing things. If things aren't working and just you continue to guess and hope that you'll spend less money and resources, it doesn't work. So what do successful people do? Well, They realize that pieces are missing in their business, and they processes, and they seek out to learn them. And they know that they can't count on platforms that don't own social media and drive sales. That's another thing, folks. Some social media platforms don't last forever. If you've been following me the last few months, you know that my Instagram account of 25,000 followers got hacked and deleted. Yet I was still able to do launches without them, because I have systems built around my niche and communicating with them, that I have all my own customer lists, and I can launch anything without social media. But it's good to have. It is good to have. But the nice thing about that is you can be on any platform and still do the same thing. And you want to generate consistent sales, but not sure how to. Oops, here we go. And you're willing to invest time, effort, and resources so that you save money and make more money sooner. And you know how to overcome customer objections and manage problems. That's what successful people do. And successful people have converted email marketing systems and sales funnels that work. Maybe you've taken a stab at creating a sales funnel for your business, and it's not quite working. So how do we know this? So success leaves cues. They're proven ways to generate sales in your small business, and you can eliminate guesswork, and it doesn't involve non-sales generating posts on your social media. So now, what is your path? Is success in your future? Well, that depends. You can go about your way and do it yourself, and you can go along with free random information that may or may not be good, and you could end up maybe back with where you started, even after thinking you've made progress and circling around a bit. If you have no goals for your business and unlimited cash, then this is not a problem. But for me, when I started my business, I needed to make the most efficient decisions that I needed to. And I have a feeling that you guys want to too. And maybe there's no problem with this. But if you're looking to build a business and you want solid sales and generating income in a business that you love, then you can fast track your business with proven methods that work. And by learning proven methods, you certainly will reach your goals faster, but you need to invest in yourself, like today, how you're investing time. I've already shown you the foundations of my sales success method for niching, and I want you to know I can help you. I'll just be completely transparent. I can help you if you're curious about this. I created a whole handmade success system. I've been busy, guys, for people who don't want to go the entire handmade business process alone. I personally teach in the academy. Personally, I don't have hired out people, and I reliably have 10x the growth of my business and other people's business with certainty on an ongoing basis. Plus, if you like me and you're tired of being left out on your own after you start a course and you're isolated and you feel distanced from people, my program is like no other courses out there. You have access to group and one-on-one coaching access if you want. So if you need specific support creating strategies, like some students who have used these opportunities to create strategies. I've curated product lines and helped people curate their product lines, troubleshooted lines that people already have. Some people have unique situations that they need to ask confidentially to me, and sometimes they need a private forum to do that. And my program has access to that. If you don't need anything that's like as private, there is the one-on-one group coaching that comes on a regular weekly basis. So I'm there in each and every one of those. So if you choose option 2, where you don't want to go in it alone, I've opened the doors to the Handmade Success Academy today, and I'm letting you all know today in this workshop. So I'll tell you all about it, and the special bonus is you who've signed up for this workshop get, if you decide that you'd like to be part of the launch of my Handmade Sales Success Academy, and for being here today. So first of all, this is what the program is not, okay? So basically, it's not a basic course on registering your business and things you can get from like local chamber of commerce. I trust that if you're this far along that you probably know how to register your business, get a business number, and plus, because I've taught international students, it can vary from like the UK to the Philippines to Bahamas to the US, and I'm in Canada. So businesses are registered differently, like corporation wise and that sort of thing. So if you need a little bit of support there, I mean, I am here for you, but this program is not isolation. I'm not sticking you in a program where you just go through taped modules. The webinars are readily accessible, but the coaching is always live, and you don't feel isolated because you have access to your peers and you have access to me. And it's a course that teaches you, it isn't just about getting likes and follows in social media, although there is social media content creation portion of my program. But it's not just about that. And it's not about how to write patterns and tutorials, although if you do write patterns and tutorials and that's what you sell, the funnels I show you how to create are quite great for making that lucrative for yourself. This isn't a program that's loaded with tons of irrelevant information where you're going to get bogged down over too much info, and it just ends up with information overload and frustration where you're not sure what applies to you anymore. It gives you a foundation and a direction plus support. So what do you get? Okay, the foundation of my Handmade Sales Success Academy is it builds the business skills you can use on how to think so you can grow your handmade business on any platform. And I am a huge advocate of teaching people how to fish so they can become their own like feeder of themselves in information and resourcefulness. You will get knowledge systems, sales, and learn how to make sales funnels for yourself for any product or service that you provide, whether it be yarn arts to yoga, fundraising, or fitness. And I have taught people in these areas create these things for their businesses, not just for handmakers. And you'll get a real mentor support from me to build the skills and unique matters important to you so you are empowered to build your own success your way in a business that you love with things that you like to do. And a proven system that has created sales and business success from things like fitness to baking to crochet, a system that you will love to build the business that you create. So as I mentioned, Handmade Success Academy builds on the fundamentals. In here, you'll identify your niche, you'll refine your product, you'll clarify it, and we take your work and your sales and communicate. We test what works, then we iterate and refine it, and we work on what is working and we release what isn't so that you have the most effective business. And don't just take my word for it. Take Alicia, who provides us very generous testimonial. Can you all hear that?
To do that, I realized I needed effective strategies to help create a consistent income that can help maintain my household. So I researched all over the internet, from Google to YouTube and all the most popular gurus. But the information that I was learning was blanketed techniques for anybody that was running a business. And we're unlike any other businesses out there. We tend to take all the responsibilities upon ourselves. And with all that information out there, it can get confusing. I was confused, and I hit a complete roadblock in my upward growth of my business. As a crocheter, I realized I needed a class that was catered for my needs as a handmaker. And that's exactly what the Handmade Sales Success Academy did. Karen, the maker of this course, is absolutely amazing. She takes all the guesswork out of the entire process. Running a business is not just sitting around and crocheting stuff. That is not how you make money. Karen teaches you how to find the right niche and customer, hiring the correct photographer, hiring crocheters to expand your business, making email lists, navigating Facebook ads, and creating a successful funnel. This has been a life-changing course, and my sales are steadily growing. So I definitely recommend if you take this course.
I hope you were able to hear that without a problem. So, yes, if you say, yes, you don't want to go about it alone, then my doors are open. I'm taking students until spots are full. Because I do one-on-one coaching, I can only take a certain number of students because my slots will fill up. And I'm okay with that because I'm okay with putting quality towards my students rather than having tons and tons of overwhelming group sizes. In my program, there are two core components. So foundation lessons, which you can access online any time of the day to complete the foundation module. So I mean, if you work nights and you can only study during the day or vice versa, the foundations you could do at any time. These lessons teach you the foundations, theory and technical parts of setting up your sales system, the platforms you need to set step-by-step point and click instructions. And the second important part is group coaching. You have access to your peers who will also ask questions, and These platforms allow real life support from me and detailed information that's unique to your business and answering all of your questions. And you can also learn from the other questions that your peers have. Not only that, you have a choice to do group coaching weekly with your peers, or you could add private one on one coaching if you are at the point in your business where you need specific help in certain areas to improve and grow. And that is also available to anyone to add on. As a fellow artisan, I understand you're doing the hard part. You're making the thing that you are selling. That's why I created the Handmade Sales Success Academy, because you can get guidance and support for you as a hand maker, and then take less guesswork out of the business process and then focus more on the creative process. I have put the link to the program in the chat, and I'll also drop it into the comments as well. And the questions and answers are coming up. So start thinking of the questions you have for me, because I'll be answering them as well. And like I mentioned, it is open for enrollment. So are you right for the Handmade Sales Success Academy transformation? If you are, then you want to take initiative and you have a positive mindset and you're not scared to do work, because no, it's not easy. Building any business is never going to be easy, but it'll be a lot easier when you have guidance and support. And if you'd like to expand your creativity into business decisions, you might actually find there's something really exhilarating and fun when you transfer the creativity into a lot of the business process too. It's the creative side of business. What you will learn from my program is the ability to be self-sufficient in your business. You'll have at least problem-solving ability to make better decisions. And you'll turn your craft into income. I mean, who doesn't want that? So here's what you can expect from the program, and I'll show you all the phases. In phase 1, you will get oriented. I take you through some housekeeping, what you can expect and work on in mindset to get you prepared for success and the work ahead. This is the work that I'm going to support you with. And you will set the foundation for the course and make sure that there's no gaps in your business understanding. Some of you already have a good idea. Maybe you're already selling on Etsy, but are there gaps that you feel, or you sometimes we don't know what we don't know. So we're just going to make sure those gaps are already filled in. We dive into the details of product planning, development, research, prototyping, sampling, testing, and pricing. And we also do comprehensive product research to make sure we have the tools to position your product in later phases. So if you don't already have a product in mind or business already, you can use this as the basis for upcoming development. If you do, you can refine your current offerings. So and what else? Phase 3, we'll go into your product research, planning, and development in place. We build systems that will make efficient and effective use of our information. Here we dive deeper into your niche, your content creating and planning, and we build on all of the foundations that we've created. We reach your customer base through landing pages. We build your mailing list with funnels, and we use them through different methods. And then we refine our systems to become effective. Phase 4, we refine our systems to become effective sales machines by building our funnels and use the system to expand our reach and sales automatically. Yes, there are ways to expand your audience base automatically without always pounding the pavement. And I'm going to show you how to do that. And here we can learn how to do our due diligence with the information we've gathered by evaluating, setting up tools to communicate, nurture, and continue to grow and build trust with our ideal customers. Now, I mean, don't get me wrong. If you love doing shows, I still love doing shows like craft shows and that sort of thing. By all means, do them, but you don't have to. That doesn't have to be the only way that you generate automatic customers and revenue anymore. You can learn other ways to grow that in your sleep. So, the learning won't be in your sleep, but the methods you can run while you're sleeping. And then you can accelerate. So in phase 6, we learn to step on the gas with advanced techniques in pitching, wholesale, sales, scaling, hiring, and growing your business. I mean, some people use all of the components of the phases. Some aren't ever interested in some of the components of phase 6, but you will have these at your fingertips. So why not? And at the end, you end up with Also, a bonus section and live coaching. I always add to the bonus section. So, right now, there is a bonus section on advanced sales techniques, and I'll be adding other bonus sections as we go as well. And you will get, of course, live coaching in the group or private format. Here are a few other testimonials. Ava Savage said she enjoys my course and coaching. I've been in other great courses, but the personal support for my specific needs is priceless, she says. I also love that she set me up with a wholesale account. And I do. I mean, I do have contacts in certain industries. So when I can help, I do. This is from Jaden from J Hooks. Karen has a thriving handmade business. She said she could have kept all her success for herself, but she didn't. And I'm really grateful Karen accepted me into her program, a solid foundation on which to build my business. So thank you, J Hooks. She's in the UK. And as I had mentioned before, Joy said, Karen helped me rebrand and scale I never thought I could achieve. I've been featured in Toronto Life magazine, enjoyed extra income for me and my family, and now having new and recurring customers. Karen is so enjoyable to work with. When I first started working with Joy, she has triplets and a teenager. So she's a busy mom. She had no room for stuff that wasn't effective. Like I mentioned, you can customize my program. You can get the full program, which includes the foundation course, which is online and ready access, one-on-one private coaching, plus weekly group coaching, plus the Facebook group. Or you can choose a jumpstart program where you just start with the foundation course only. This is where a lot of my students started with. And then they have the weekly group coaching and have access to the Facebook group. And then this option, the jumpstart program, you will always have the option to add on private one-on-one coaching for when you're ready. Also, I wanted to add more early bird enrollment bonuses. You get everybody, even the jumpstart people and full program people, will get one complimentary private coaching session that you'll book once you receive your sign up and your sign up email, because you'll get that right away. Plus, you'll get a PDF on 100 more content post idea downloads. Plus, I'm going to be adding an extra marketing strategies for every stage of business workshop. So you can also watch that whenever you want. And those are the extra bonuses for you in the workshop. So now we will jump into, that's over $500 in bonuses. So now I will jump into Q&A if you guys have any questions. So in the interest of time, I'll answer about 10 minutes of questions if that sounds good for you. Let's see here. Karen has it going on. Wow, that's so nice. Sylvia, Karen has it going on. Her knowledge is priceless. Having been in sales for over 40 years, you'll learn more in her program than weeks and months on your own. Thanks, Sylvia. I appreciate that. So do you need to know your niche before entering? No. We go through the comprehensive steps of planning your niche. If you think you already have a niche, then these steps are still fun to go through, because then you will really get a gist of if you've nailed it already, or if there's something that you have to refine, and then maybe get clarification why you may not be getting the results that you need. Do you get access to all the modules right away? Well, full program students will receive all modules today. If you decide to do a monthly plan, you'll receive the modules by drip, but they're big chunks, so it takes you that long to get through them. And in the meantime, you can continue to enjoy the live weekly coaching for where you are in the modules. Let's see. I have a question that just came in. Will the class work for someone who is doing their crafting as a side hustle? Absolutely. I'll tell you, Catherine, most people's businesses start as side hustles. People that I've coached, some it's their career. Okay. I coached a fitness company, actually a martial arts company, and their numbers were 6-figure sales. But there are people who they have no intention of quitting their job for now. They're like, they love what they do. They want to create a side hustle. They want to grow it if something happens. Like, honestly, even when I started my own business, I didn't intend on quitting until my business blew up. And then I had to make that decision. Man, I wish I had a coach. But I made the decision to go 100% with my business. But a lot of my students, they're still in the 50-50 stage, or like they're still kind of building the business and doing their thing. Other people, they're at the tail end of their career and they're kind of building something up so they can retire and have fun, because they don't want to be bored when they're retiring. And they also want to like subsidize maybe their retirement income or their pension or whatever savings that they set up for themselves. Because there's nothing nicer than being able to continue making and doing. Because a lot of people who retire, I mean, they end up making like things as a hobby. Why not have an established business set up that sells this already? So people are who work with me are treating it like a side hustle, and a lot of people are treating it like a career. So that's why I love the coaching portion of it, because I really want to help people build a business that they love, that caters to them with the activities that work in their own lifestyle. So I hope that helps. Let's see here. Let's see. What if I choose Jumpstart today, but then decide I want one-on-one coaching? No problem. Like I mentioned, if you want, I'm going to slot the people who sign up for the full program into their preferred slots, because they get first dibs at what works with their calendar, and we schedule them in. And then as slots become available and now you need something a little bit more meaty, or you have specific questions, or you created a line, you now want to curate it, you could get your one-on-one coaching sessions then. And there will be packages. You can just buy one if you want, or you could buy like a pack of 3, and then we can work on specific projects that you might have going on in your business. So yes, you can totally start with Jumpstart today and then move over to a full program later on. And the nice thing too is, like, even with Alicia, she's already finished the program, but she always has a cool project going, or she has ideas. And no matter where she is in her career, it could be a year from now, 2 years from now, then you could purchase coaching then, that for one-on-one, to just get you going again. So there's that nice option. And let's see here. Let's see. Oh, Catherine, I'm glad that helped. How long do I have access to the program? Oh, here's the cool part. You have lifetime access to Handmade Sales Success Academy, the Foundations module, and all the upgrades. Because like, things are changing on mailers. They're changing on social media. Like, we know now that Facebook has changed the way that they allow iPhone users to have access to their data. So it might require like tweaking in terms of the funnels we build. So I would revise those types of things. Or if there's new platforms that you need to get on, like TikTok's getting hotter and hotter. So there may be more detail in terms of like how to use TikTok properly, or the changes that they made on Instagram Business. There's been a lot of changes to Instagram Business too. We need to keep up to date with that, and there will be revisions to that. So the revisions will be in there as the platforms evolve. Catherine says, yes, that does help. Thank you so much. And let's see here. And are there any other questions that I can help you all with? Anything at all? Okay, now let me quickly just share with you what this page looks like. So when you do get there, then you know right where to go. So there's a book a call here button, and then it'll take you to book a call with me. And then we could discuss any questions that you might have about which program would suit you the best. Well, I appreciate you being here today. Thank you so much for logging in and tuning in with me for my workshop. And I hope, if you don't want to go at your business alone, that you'll let me help you. Friends, I hope you have a safe, healthy, and happy handmaking life. Bye-bye now.